Hey, this is Lockie coming to you from Small Cam 1, I guess, handheld, solo mission. I'm on my way to Canada to bring some more Reactor word across international borders. So, while Frank is back in Domesticville covering national events, I'll be handling international stuff, and we'll see how Canadians react to Reactor. Do they know who we are? Do they want to spit on us? Will I meet some French people? Will I go to jail? I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. So stay with me, and we'll be there soon. I got through the border, but yeah, I was able to avoid what us Greek people call Turkish delight, which involves a rubber glove and an inspection of some sort, and I think you get the idea. But I'm in Canada, woo!
Name's Brom Wiseman. I own Heroes Cards and Comics in London, Ontario.
Do you find a lot of people in Canada are into manga or more traditional American titles, or a little mix of both?
Oh, I mean, definitely the American stuff's always gonna be more popular, I think, anyway. Except for the upcoming generations, right? Who knows with kids, because they're growing up on much more Japanese stuff than we ever did, or someone my age ever did.
Right.
Once today's 10 or 12-year-old turns into a 25-year-old, has a bit more disposable income, we might see a lot more Japanese stuff selling. The nostalgia appeal of it too. I mean, it still sells. It sells great. But I mean, compared to a Spider-Man or an X-Men, I've never seen anything Japanese hit those numbers yet.
Right. So what would you say is your most sought-over manga or most popular title that you sell?
Most popular, let's see, right now probably Naruto, Fruit Baskets. Fruit Baskets is dying off a bit. It was huge. Inuyasha stuff.
So more of the Cartoon Network type stuff.
Probably
that people are
seeing,
the mainstream
stuff,
right. Great. Well, we've already established that you've never heard of Reactor before, but you've heard of us now, so that's part of the reason why we're coming down. So
sure.
I'll give you a flyer, and maybe if you have anybody interested who's in the States, they can come by, and that'd be great. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, I'm in London, Ontario, and I just met Alex from Greenpeace. Yeah. This is for real. See, he's even got it on this Greenpeace. And I'm going to tell him about Reactor. So here's our flyer.
Thank you.
And this is his natural reaction.
Nice.
But he likes the flyer. Probably the girl on it.
She's a babe.
As a common man on the street working just like me, what's your reaction? You have any, you like it, don't like it? What do you think? Right.
Well, I have a lot of friends who are into it. Like, I'm in the arts, I'm in English, and I have a lot of friends in MIT.
English!
Yeah. I have a lot of friends in, like, MIT, which is, like, media studies, so it's kind of like English, but for TV.
Gotcha.
And they love, like, anime, stuff like that. Recently, I've been getting into graphic novels, and, you know...
So the manga. Well, graphic novels for American and manga for Japanese. So you learned something today.
Yeah,
manga.
Nice. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was the
comic book
form.
in Japanese is manga.
Well, yeah, I've been getting into a couple of British ones, actually. I don't know if you know Neil Gaiman, writer of the Sandman
I do. I love
series.
Neil Gaiman.
Yeah.
Sandman.
Yeah, I'm hooked on that right now.
Wow, he's just so many things he's done. Stardust.
Well, I think
American Gods. I mean, just lots of stuff.
Well, I think it's a really great medium, and particularly the manga. Like, I couldn't say I'm familiar with too much anime, but like the manga is a great medium just because it's like a blending of literary and visual, and that's like I really like sort of intertextual.
Great. Well, I hit a bonus here, so
yeah.
Tell me a little about Greenpeace, because our fans need to know a little bit about that. Tell us.
Well, Greenpeace, you know, environmental watchdog organization. We basically, you know, keep an eye on industry and government when they're falling short of environment.
See, and only in Canada do I see people for Greenpeace on the corner. In America, we don't care. They're too busy. They don't care about this kind of stuff.
I don't know about that. But, you know, basically, we're out here canvassing for some Canadian initiatives protecting our boreal forest, resisting genetically modified organisms, things like that.
Huh. Yeah. So will you take an American signature on your list? Are you looking for signatures? All right, sweet.
Well, actually, we're fundraising. But
are you?
Yeah.
Well, do you take American?
Oh yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna pull some American money out of my.
We don't accept cash though.
Oh
actually.
Jesus!
Sorry.
I don't. Do you take credit?
We do.
You got a credit slip on you somewhere?
Yeah. Well, I can show you how it works if you want me to do that on video.
All right. Well, I'll turn this off.
Okay.
Thank you very much, though.
No problem.
I appreciate it. Let me shake your hand. Thank you, and I'll be giving you some money in a second. Hang on.
Hi, I'm Alex from Neo Tokyo, the anime store in London, Ontario.
what do you think is your impact as far as Canadians and anime and manga, and what is the popular titles? How do you think Canadians react to Japanese culture, things like that? What are your opinions?
As far as the Canadians' reactions to Japanese culture in general, it's still not very well known. We got a lot of people who come in here and they don't really know what's going on, so we explain to them what anime is, what manga is, and they usually get pretty interested. But we do have a lot of dedicated customers who would come in here, rain, blizzard, whatever.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, we just saw a few. Yeah, what are the Canadians like?
Okay.
I've actually seen a few Canadians come in here and buy manga, which I was very impressed, and they're like, okay, let me know when the next issue is coming out. It's like,
yes,
that's awesome, great.
Advanced.
Right, awesome.
Definitely our best-selling manga right now is Bleach, without question. Probably followed by Naruto and Death Note. But now that Death Note is over, it's probably going to see a bit of a decline.
Right, right. I know there's a big anime convention in Toronto. Have you gone to that? How do you feel about that kind of stuff? I mean, we're a convention. We're trying to be more of a Japanese culture convention, but anime obviously is a big part of it. Yeah. So have you been to that show? Do you know people have gone? What's your opinion?
Anime North. I have not gone. One of my coworkers has, though. I probably will go next year, I figure. But from what I understand, it's a pretty nice place. Lots of fun. I've heard no bad things about it anyway.
Great, great. All right, and you got some Pocky behind you, I see.
Yes. Oh,
so
yes.
I want to buy some. And
Pocky is a popular item.
Yeah, it is all over, and you got some customers come in, so I'm going to cut this a little short.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm going to buy some Pocky.
Okay, my name's Tim Morris. I own a store called The Comic Book Collector. We're the oldest comic book shop.
Listed right there on your shirt.
We're the oldest comic book shop in London. We've been around since 1979.
As I was saying earlier, we're just trying to see like how Canadians react to the Japanese influence in comics and toys, statues, the Japanese culture, anything like that. What are your thoughts on that?
We've had pretty good experience with most of the Japanese product. It attracts a slightly different audience than standard comic book shop stuff. A lot of teens, a lot of young female teens especially.
Yeah.
They find a lot of interesting storylines, and I think they like that format of the small trade, basically. You're getting a whole story or most of a story in that volume, versus a monthly generic regular style comic book, I guess. They definitely have a different angle on an average person comic. You know,
sure.
You've got your average teenager, your average young adult, whatever, versus what most of the North American audience is superhero based stuff. So and they've got some really good horror stuff too, actually.
Yeah, you know, exactly. That's you're the second person today to tell me that the horror is excellent. So that's great. So I'm heading out of Canada right now, and just thought I'd kind of share my thoughts with you on the trip. It's great seeing the Japanese culture presence with the comic book stores and the Neo Tokyo shop, and got to talk to a lot of people, very friendly people down here.
Hi, I'm Virginia. Nice to meet you. London!
Really great town to visit, and hopefully we got people talking about Reactor. No one spit on me. Even the French people seem to like us, so that's good.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Virginie. Je viens de London, Ontario. Je suis ici avec Lucky.
Hi.
Il veut que je parle un peu de français pour toi, les amis à Chicago. Alors bonjour, je suis française. Voilà. J'adore la bière.
There you go.
Et c'est tout.
You know, got a couple people that want to come down and have some Golden Monkey and some cigars with us, so maybe that'll help bring people down. And we're always open for that.
I'm officially, also might I add, the first French-Irish girl you guys are ever going to meet, and I am so going to drink your asses under the table, the Golden Monkeys. You're just going to curse the day your mother birthed you.
There you go.
That's right.
November, right?
November.
All right, thanks.
See you there.
All right. Stay tuned for more videos, and thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to the show. Thanks.